Hello, Nick Ringus here with the weekly lesson. Today we'll be talking about Alex Becker versus Dori Friend. More specifically, PageRank versus age. Um, we did this last week when we put Greg Morrison up against Alex Becker, and I showed you the two differences in opinions in SEO and how they go about ranking websites. And I showed you which one I was more in tune with. And this week we'll be doing the same thing, except this time we'll be showing you Dori Friend against Alex Becker. And like I said, PR and relevancy is something that Alex Becker always preaches as being the most important in ranking a website. And Dori Friend says that age and theme are the most important things in ranking a website. Not only now, but in the future. So right here we are on sourcewave.com, source-wave.com. This is Alex Becker's site, so I could just show you what he's all about. So he's totally out in the open with SEO. Doesn't really hide much, tells you everything that he's doing in terms of building blog networks, how he gets clients ranked. Super transparent in everything that he does, and doesn't really care who sees it, including Google. On the other hand, Dori Friend is more underground, and she's been around for a lot longer than Alex Becker. She's been doing SEO since the 90s, and she's been around since the same time as people like John Limbacher. I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but more underground, a little bit more black hat, but she is the queen of blog networks. I mean, this is the lady that was in charge of, more recently, SEO Link Monster that got taken down, and a lot of the sites were de-indexed because they released that to the public when blog networks were at their peak and most effective time. And at the same time that they released that product, Google came out with, I believe it was Panda at the time, and a lot of those sites got de-indexed, which crushed her service. So here we are at her new service over here, SEO Buffer. And it differs because, like I said, she thinks that age and theme are now the most important. And if you look at the sales letter, it's actually very informative in terms of how Google has changed over time and the updates that came out, and the personal story of how her sites got crushed. So she's more jaded than Alex Becker, I would say, and she's focused mostly on protecting money sites and those of her clients. So you can go and read it on your own at SEOBuffer.com. It's a good sales letter. But if we go down to the diagrams, okay, this is basically what Alex Becker talks about, and this is what she said used to work. But then again, she's talking about public blog networks when Alex Becker's blog network is more private, and he's talking about building one of these for you, for yourself as a private blog network, not one to advertise and to put other people's links on there. So this is what you would build or buy into and get nice contextual links, she says. And we used to purchase sites that had PageRank and didn't care about the theme. Today it is the exact opposite. I buy for theme and not PageRank. So basically, to stay safe, she stopped buying just for the PageRank and now buys for theme, not the PageRank. So then she goes on to talk about a quick history lesson behind why we now need to protect our money sites. And she tells you about her blog network that just tanked here, highlighted in the graph. And then if that wasn't enough, she goes on and tells her story. So now this is what she does. Basically, she'll take the money site here, the M, and she'll point a link to it from the age domain that she bought and set up with unique content. and the link will just be a URL link or a brand link, not an anchor text link. And then in her theory, she then can go ahead and build as many links as she wants to that blog network site. And then effectively, the themed age site will pass all that, I want to say pass all that PageRank, but they're not PageRank sites, so they'll pass all that link juice through to the money site, effectively protecting the money site from any Google penalty, because you're not building a lot of links to the money site, you're building them all to this blog network. So that's what it looks like here, and this is like built out how you can just blast the blog network with links and all that link juice passing through to the site. So she's offering to build one of these networks for you. I think the minimum is $500 a month, the plan for 5 sites a month that she builds. So these sites look actually pretty good. The content is unique. Supposedly she has a content service, and I'm not sure how they get the content, but the content is unique. The headers are unique. The names of the sites were actually related to the category, to the niche that you're in, that you're trying to promote. Each site is manually customized. So she takes the time to build out the sites to look fantastic, like a real site. She'll put like a disclaimer on there, privacy pages, contact pages. So making them look as legit as possible. And I wanted to show you something, because up until now she's only been preaching and building these theme and age domains for people, but this is a newly added service. I believe it's from the pressures of what's happening and what's popular, what's trendy nowadays. She's added these other 2 options. The option C is rethemed, and that's basically what Alex Becker preaches. This is a site that is primarily purchased for quality of PageRank and our backlinks and trust flow. Retheming currently works great at tier 1 buffer sites, and there could be a time that it doesn't. So a little more on the risky side. But for those who would like us to always buy for site quality attributes, regardless of theme, then this is for you. So basically she caved into the pressures of what's working right now and what's trendy. And she's also offering the rethemed, where the URL doesn't necessarily have to be related to your theme, and she'll buy the sites based on PageRank and trust flow and citation flow, the majestic SEO figures that Alex Becker always talks about. So the other option is themed but no age requirement, which allows her to get domain names that are themed and that are in the same theme already as what you're trying to promote. But the no age requirement allows them to go after higher PageRank sites. So I guess, as she says, option A would be the safest. I believe that PageRank and backlinks can always be manipulated. I personally agree that backlinks can be manipulated, but I don't know how PageRank can be manipulated effectively each and every time you want to do it. The 2 things that can't be manipulated is the theme, except perhaps for retheming and age. So this and option B are probably the safest way to go, and this is our default buying criteria and what we're currently buying sites for you now. So now she added these other 2 more risky but trendy options. So then, to recap, she's into age and theme, and she thinks that this will always get you results. And Alex Becker's into PageRank and relevancy, mostly because it is highly effective to have a blog network of high PR sites linking into your money sites. It works quickly. It shows you huge jumps in ranking. Quickly meaning like within a week or as soon as the new links are indexed. So he thinks that the domain name does not matter. He's only out for actual PageRank and relevancy. Also, I know that he preaches the content on the site Does not have to be great. There's on his sites, there's no header. On his blog network sites, because I've done my research, there's no header. There's just content and links, and that's it. So he likes to buy domains with PageRank and backlinks, and change the theme to whatever you want it to be. He looks for actual Google PageRank and relevancy, but relevancy does not mean that the site was relevant when he bought it or when you buy it. It just means that the title of the site, when you change it, is relevant to your topic, generally or loosely related. The H1 and H2 tags on the site are related to your topic, the meta description, and the words on the page. So basically you can find a high PR site and change it and make it relevant within an hour. Just add a few words on the page, change a few settings in WordPress, and there you go. Now you have a relevant site and where you can point relevant links back to anywhere you want. So these are two different opinions. Dori Friend being the one that's been around longer, for sure. Alex Becker used to work for an SEO agency. Apparently, he was the head of an SEO agency, or I don't know his title at the agency, but SEO director, I believe it was. So he's into more what's working right now and changing as he goes. Dori Friend's been slapped really hard by Google in the past and when her blog networks were de-indexed. So now she goes for safety and long-term results. So I hope this was helpful. This should at least give you an idea as to what you should be doing and the strategy that you should be creating for yourself. I'm somewhere in the middle. I like long-term results and the safety of my clients too, but I also like quick results to show clients. So I do a little bit of both, and not only these, but mix in all different other types of links as well. This has been Nick Kringus with the weekly lesson.